Well, happy Friday, everybody. Thank you for being with me. Today, we are in the very last chapter in the book of Proverbs, Proverbs chapter 31. And I hope you have enjoyed each Friday through now the first, almost 8 months of reading in this Bible reading plan, a chapter from the book of Proverbs. I know I really, really have. And today wraps that up. Proverbs 31 as a chapter has two parts to it. The first, the first 9 verses talking about the king or government leaders, you could say, and then verses 10 to 31 talking about a godly wife. And the opening part talking about the king, or let's just say for us, government officials and leaders. One of the things he says is that alcohol abuse, alcoholism, makes you a bad leader, can corrupt you. Verses 4 and 5, he says, "It is not for kings, O Lemuel, it is not for kings to drink wine or for rulers to desire strong drink, for they will drink and forget what is decreed and pervert the rights of all the afflicted." In other words, when you're a drunkard, there's just no telling what you'll do. So it's a bad thing for a leader. He goes on in verses 8 and 9 to say to the kings and government leaders, "Open your mouth for the mute, for the rights of the unfortunate." In other words, you speak on behalf of those who have no voice. Open your mouth, judge righteously, and defend the rights of the afflicted and needy. That government leaders and kings are to care about the weak and the powerless and the vulnerable. Those who have no connections, no power. Now, the bulk of the chapter, and this is what it's known for, is about the godly wife. And let's just be honest. Sometimes you can read this, a woman, I can imagine a woman reading this chapter and feeling overwhelmed. There's no way I can be all that, because that reads like a perfect person. I mean, when you read all the things that this wife does, whoa, she's perfect. There's no way I can do all that. And it can be discouraging, make them feel guilty. But remember, Proverbs are statements, and often exaggerated statements, to make a point. Use hyperbola and contrast to teach a general truth. So bear that in mind, because there is no such thing as a perfect woman, a perfect wife, just as there is no such thing as a perfect man or a perfect husband. This is a model of what a godly wife looks like. And in summary, she's someone who blesses her family, blesses her husband and her children, someone who cares about the needs of other people. She's not lazy. She's industrious, if you will. She takes initiative. A godly woman is compassionate, is positive, not negative, and she's respected by those who know her. And the truth is, there are a lot of women who are like that, who are compassionate, caring, who bless their families, who work hard and are not lazy, and who are looked at with respect and admiration. There's a lot of godly women, got a lot of godly wives out there. And what he says, if I could summarize what he says to a godly woman, a godly wife, is verse 30. He said, "Charm is deceitful and beauty is vain." That doesn't mean that appearance doesn't matter. But what he's saying is something matters a whole lot more. A woman who fears the Lord, she shall be praised. A woman who fears the Lord, she shall be praised. A godly woman, a godly wife, allows the fear of the Lord, reverence for Jesus, to be the driving force of her life. That makes her a godly woman. Jesus is the driving force of her life. And he says to husbands in this chapter, verse 30, "Charm is deceitful, beauty is vain, but a woman who fears the Lord, she shall be praised." By whom? By her husband. Verse 1, verse 31, verse 10, rather, verse 10. "An excellent wife who can find? for her worth is far above jewels. A godly woman who fears the Lord, who blesses her family. You can't put a price on her value. Verse 28, her children rise up and bless her. Her husband also. He praises her. Husbands, he praises her. Verse 29, many daughters have done nobly, but you excel them all. Men, here's what I'm saying, is this. If you have a wife who fears the Lord and Jesus is the driving force of her life, she's a godly woman. Are you thankful? Or do you wish you had something different? Are you thankful? And do you ever tell her? If not, you may just be the kind of person that Proverbs talks a lot about. You may just be a fool. Because a wise husband is glad he's got a godly wife. And he says so. Well, that's the sermon for today. I see you Sunday as we worship Jesus. And then Monday as we look at, let me get open here. What's the chapter? Monday, Numbers chapter 17. God bless you. Bring somebody to church with you. Remember, praying for the harvest starts with who? Me and with you. So pray for people who don't know Jesus and invite someone to come to church with you. God bless you. I'll see you.